You're listening to The Hog Call on 1190 AM, The Fan. All right, you are listening to The Hog Call here on 1190 AM, The Fan. And don't forget to tune in online to 1190thefan.com. Click the Listen Live link. Download one of our apps for Android or iPhone today. And we got Kevin McPherson from SportingLifeArkansas.com. Kevin's also a contributor to Hogville.net, and you can follow Kevin on Twitter for all his updates at ARHoopScoop. And Kevin, how you doing today?
Doing great, Mike. How's it going?
It's another sunny day here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where we are far away from hurricanes, so pretty solid.
Right. I mean, you gotta like that, right?
Well, Kevin, I know you're excited to come on today. You got some updates on a number of players, but there's one in particular that you really want to talk about, I know.
Well, Keyshawn Embry, 6'3" combo guard out of Oklahoma City, went to Midwest City High School there, has now at IMG Academy down in Bradenton, Florida, one of those prep schools that puts out basketballers. You know, he's a top 100 four-star, according to a couple of the major national services, and a guy that really moved the needle up on the national scene in July at the Under Armour Association All-Star Elite Camp. A guy that, you know, had several high major schools that had offers out, but, probably 5 or 6 more really stepped up with offers after that camp. Arkansas was one that was close to offering him earlier in the year during the high school season. He visited Arkansas last fall unofficially. He was just on campus weekend before last on an official visit. All indications were that he's always liked Arkansas. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Arkansas and the Embry have been connected for a while now, at least for over a year. Recently this week, and we talked about it on Monday, that he's down to Arkansas and Texas A&M. He visited A&M over the weekend, and after that visit, basically shut down the rest of it and eliminated teams like West Virginia. He had a visit set coming up with them. But where this all leads to is a commitment that he's going to announce on Saturday. That commitment's supposed to come down at noon on Saturday. I think he's going to do what the kids do these days, some kind of a fun video. I don't know if it's going to be live or just a recording, but, there's kind of been some back and forth. I got a lot of sources on this, 3 of them who talk to Keyshawn regularly, including this week in the last few days. Got some mixed results on those, mostly favoring Arkansas, but one of those sources who's kind of felt like it might be A&M after some long talks to Keyshawn, and he had such a good time down there, has flipped today and just talked to him a few minutes ago. He feels 99% sure it's going to end up being Arkansas. He knows the family well. He covers hoops in Oklahoma. Matt Reynolds, he's part of the Prep Hoops national program and covers their Oklahoma basketball scene. But he and I have been talking for days, sharing information. He feels confident it's going to be Arkansas. I'm at a point now where I'm confident to go on the air. God help me if I end up being wrong on this, but I'm going to predict Keyshawn Embry to Arkansas.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first.
It's 100% until that ink's dry. Go ahead.
No. We're going to hold you to it, and if he doesn't commit to Arkansas, we're going to go after you, Kevin.
Well, my track record's pretty good so far. I'm 0 for 0 this year. I haven't really made any predictions on commitments. But right now, it's looking like it's going to be Arkansas. I mean, I've been doing a fun thing on Hogville.net where I'm encouraging everybody to make predictions on some of the guys that are going to visit Arkansas or have visited. And for Embry, for each one of them, I've got a prediction with a confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10. And I've been right around the 5 mark on him, kind of leaning towards Arkansas, but really 50-50 more or less. And my confidence level now is surging between somewhere 7 and 8. So nothing's 100% until that ink's dry. I suppose the information could be wrong somewhere, somehow, but I've got several sources on this. This last guy coming through on this, I really think now, based on what others have told me, and I'll share some of that later after he makes his announcement. But I think Keyshawn Embry is going to end up at Arkansas.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that. Saturday is the announcement, you said?
Saturday at noon. He's going to announce it on Twitter. Arkansas, I'd be remiss to leave this part out. Arkansas's coaches are expected to be in his home tonight for a visit. So we're less than by the time they leave Keyshawn's home, less than 48 hours, he's going to make the actual announcement. Texas A&M coaches were in a couple of days ago, in for a visit, I think, on Tuesday. We've been breaking this news all week out in front of it. Matt and I have done a good job coordinating information, but looking good for Arkansas again. Unless something's missed here. There's a national analyst predicting on the crystal ball predictions on 2-7 Sports. Fans go look at that. He's predicting Keyshawn Embry to Arkansas. Another national analyst, I saw a screenshot of a conversation that he's saying he thinks Arkansas is going to get him. So it's more than just there's plenty of smoke out there that it's pointing towards Arkansas.
Right. Well, and you got some updates on some other players as well. Josh LeBlanc being one of them.
Yeah, Josh LeBlanc, he and Keyshawn Embry are friends. They were originally going to visit Arkansas together. They visited Texas A&M together last weekend. He has told me that he's going to visit LSU, which is hometown Tigers there. He's from Baton Rouge, on September 22nd through the 24th that weekend, so that's weekend after next. His birthday is in the middle of the November signing period, so he's planning on signing on his birthday. So he does plan on signing early. He's told me that a decision's probably coming soon, though. So he's going to take his visit for sure to LSU, but, a lot of projections out there that he's a lock for LSU. I'm not 100% convinced of that. In fact, based on conversations with him, I think if everything were to shut down and end today, he might sign with Texas A&M. Arkansas is still in the picture, so we just got to see where that plays out. But that's the latest on him.
Now, Jordan Phillips, another guy that has come on. We've heard about Embry and LeBlanc for a while. Jordan Phillips is another guy that you brought to our attention here recently. Phillips and Reggie Chaney both. You've got some updates on those two young men, too. Yeah. We broke the news that Arkansas was doing an in-home visit with Jordan Phillips on Monday down in Arlington, Texas. Mike Anderson, Scotty Thurman, and associate head coach Melvin Watkins were all there. Had a great visit. He said it went very well. He's very impressed with the coaching staff. He told me that he didn't completely close the door on a commitment at some point to Arkansas. I think Arkansas is his leader. It just seems that way. Based on talking with him, I've got a good feeling about that. But, he's also visited Fresno State. They've offered him. He's got an offer. He's got offers also from Arizona State and TCU, but he's planning on visiting Georgetown soon, and then at the end of September visiting Virginia Tech. So he's got a lot of high major options and teams that are coveting him. I definitely think Arkansas is the leader there. So we'll see how that finishes up. But I wouldn't be shocked if he commits sometime during his visit or shortly after to Fayetteville this weekend. I think the coaches probably did a great job on the in-home early in the week, and this would be a great way to follow it up and put an exclamation point, getting a commitment either on the OV or soon after. We'll see. He may want to take his other visits, but if someone were to commit on a on-campus visit this weekend, I would think it'd be him. And then you've got, we talked about Phillips and Chaney. You also have Keontae Kennedy as well on the radar for Arkansas.
Yeah, Reggie Chaney will also be visiting this weekend. He's also from the Dallas area. Jordan Phillips from Arlington. Reggie's from Frisco, Texas. He goes to Finley Prep Academy out in Las Vegas. Big-time 6'8" power forward, a guy that, Arkansas has been on since July with an offer. He's basically a guy that, there's a national analyst that also thinks he's going to commit to Arkansas at some point. He's a guy that I've looked at his offer list and some of the teams he's interested in. I can see reasons why he might eliminate them from his list. He even mentioned one of those schools as probably not being in the running, and that one of those schools is one he's got on his official visit list. So things are probably looking good for Arkansas. I know we talked about it on Monday. Scotty Thurman was out at Finley Prep for the Finley Prep Combine last Saturday, where there were 20 college coaches there, including John Calipari. So that was good. He got to visit with Thurman, and now he'll be, on campus with Jordan Phillips this weekend. Now, just yesterday, Reggie Chaney released his final 8 schools. So, the idea that he might commit on his visit might seem a little far-fetched since he just now released his final 8 schools. He's told me he's going to take his other visit. So, maybe Arkansas is the front runner. Maybe Arkansas can convince him to go ahead and commit. But here's another guy that if I had to lean somewhere as far as where he'll end up, it'd be the Razorbacks.
And you also mentioned earlier before the interview that the Hog Razorback coaches have been down in Central Arkansas on Tuesday and yesterday.
That's right. Associate head coach Melvin Watkins came down. The NCAA recruiting period started back up on Saturday, September 9th, and so not only was Arkansas doing in-home visits, with Jordan Phillips and going out to Vegas to see Reggie Chaney, but they're also looking ahead at more of these young men from Arkansas. They've already got 3 committed from in-state. We know about those guys: Isaiah Joe, Ethan Henderson, Desi Seals, of course, Justice Hill in the 2019 class. But they're looking towards not only finishing up this class with 3 more to give, but the future. And so they were at Southwest Christian Academy, where guys like Tim Caesar, who's a 2019 power forward, stood out. Shakir Daniel, a 6'5" senior point guard out of Toronto, he really stood out. And then a newcomer at Southwest Christian Academy, Jabril Price Noel, a 6'7" wing who's got a lot of facilitator skills, has a very, I won't call him a streaky three-point shooter, but he got on a streak right in front of Coach Watkins, hitting 4 in a row. That's the kind of streak you want to have with a high-major coach watching you. And then he followed it up with an exclamation dunk in transition and with guys trying to contest it. So the guy really had a good outing. I think Arkansas will be taking a look at him as well. So, and then from there we moved over to North Little Rock High School. Moses Moody, who just got picked up in Arkansas offer a couple of weekends ago, 6'5" shooting guard from the class of 2020, a national top 20 guy. And then Gerald Dokes, the Wings elite, who just visited Fayetteville this past weekend, also at North Little Rock, and also someone that Coach Watkins got to see. And then on Wednesday, he was out at Bryant and got to see Kalen KK Robinson of the Arkansas Hawks program as well, another guard from that 2020 class, a guy that I really like. He's one of my favorite players in the state. Was a 3A state title game MVP as a high school freshman last year. So another young man to watch. But yeah, Arkansas coaches were with Melvin Watkins had it covered in Central Arkansas on Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right. Well, Kevin, we're about to hit a commercial break, but it's good having you on as always. And guys, follow Kevin on Twitter at ARHoopscoop. Of course, read his articles on SportingLifeArkansas.com. He's a contributor to Hogville.net, and of course, we're going to be looking for that commitment on Saturday. Kevin, thank you.
I promised it, right?
Yeah, that's right.